Hi, this is Julie Kedzie with Invicta FC 8, and I'm joined here with Tara LaRosa, and unfortunately Roxanne Modafferi hasn't shown up yet, so we're kind of... I'm joined here with Tara LaRosa and Roxanne Modafferi, and we are here to preview the end of the trilogy, the third fight, the rubber match between these two veterans of combat. So ladies, I kind of want to just give you guys the reins on this one. Obviously, you've known each other for a very, very long time. I met both of you in 2004 when we all competed on the same card. And you guys were competing before me, and you guys are still competing after me, which is pretty damn awesome. Like, I like that. But this is the end of the trilogy. I mean, this is completing it, you know? This is, what is it? This is Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, right?
This
totally.
is it. This is the third go.
Totally.
So,
oh my God.
I'd like to start with kind of figuring out, a lot of people out there don't necessarily know the background and what you all have contributed to this sport. So I'd like to kind of start with how you guys met and why you want to each other up. Okay? So, Tara, starting with you, when did you first meet Roxanne?
I knew Rox since freaking before MMA. We used to do the North American Grappling Association circuit, the Naga circuit, like way back in the day. And she was always in a weight class a little bit higher than me, and I always cut down to the one lower. And she like ran shit. Like Rox always won. I was like, who the fuck is this Roxanne?
I didn't always
what the hell? Usually you did. And I would usually do pretty well.
I used to walk by watching you fight, thinking, oh, that's a lower weight class. I'd like to fight you someday.
Yeah.
I want a challenge.
Oh my God. Oh
and
my
it's
God.
those words that I'd like to fight you someday, and that's what changed your mentality, is that right?
That changed, like, honestly, that changed, like, my whole life, like, everything. Because I used to, you know, come into MMA, I used to come to the shows, like, with my shades on, all black, like I was some kind of Billy Badass or something. And then, like, it was the second all-women's show, when we were all hanging out in the room together, Rox, I swear to God, I remember it like it was yesterday. She was sitting on the floor, I was sitting up on the bed, and there was a bunch of people in there, and we were all watching, like, tape of our opponents. And
on somebody's laptop.
yeah, and you looked up at me and you said, I'd like to fight you someday. I was like, that would be fucking awesome. It was just like right then, it was like, you know, you can totally be cool with somebody that you compete against and that you're friends with, you know, like, it doesn't have to be some kind of like, you know, I'm a badass, I hate you, I have like some kind of forced or fake emotion about it. It's a sport just like anything else, and that's what kind of made me look at it, you know, it made me look at a lot of things in my life a lot differently.
How do you remember that day?
Pretty much how Tara described it. For me, my whole goal in trying MMA was I wanted the ultimate challenge. You know, I knew grappling. I was kind of getting into sort of striking.
You were pretty fucking good.
And, you know, I wanted to put it all together and, you know, have a challenge, and that's why I was doing it. And yeah, you looked pretty good. I was like, wow, that'd be great to fight you. Who can I fight to get a great challenge? You know?
And that kind of positivity, like that's always been sort of your identity in this sport. Is that cultivated? Like, do you wake up every day saying, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to do this, I'm going to beat the crap out of somebody in a really, really happy way? I mean, the happy warrior.
I do now. Like, it didn't used to be like that, and then somebody on MySpace gave me the nickname the Happy Warrior, and I was like, cool, I think I'll run with that.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to think of a nickname like the Killer or the Tiger, and I'm like, it's not really me, or Killer me. No. But, yeah, so I started thinking like that, and then, you know, a lot of fans gave me a lot of encouragement, and, you know, said how positive I was. I was like, all right, that's true. You know, now it's my duty to be positive.
Oh, that's interesting. So you feel like it's your responsibility to kind of carry that.
I do, actually, yeah.
Wow,
that's another really reason why I have to win.
It's nice to have that, because a lot of us, you know, even myself included, we get really down about things. We get really jaded and kind of like, especially they've been around for a while.
Right.
You know? So it's really cool to sometimes, you know, like especially like with your Facebook posts or your Twitter posts or something, you know, have that positivity come across and kind of reminds you that, you know, it's cool.
It's really hard to be positive. It's really hard. Like, even if you're feeling crappy, it's so easy to just like let yourself go and feel crappy, but it's way harder to find something positive in the day, you know? So I feel like it's my responsibility to try to do that and show people that they can be positive. And you know,
forgive me for interrupting, but we did see on The Ultimate Fighter when there was kind of a crack in that exterior, huh? When they actually kind of showed that, when it was hard to be positive, and
Yeah.
I guess at this point in your guys' career, that's got to be tough. Right?
That scene where they crept up on me behind the wall, that actually reminded me that it's your duty to be positive. And then I
Right.
thought, well, I don't have to keep crying. I can force a smile, and that will, in turn, kind of remind me of things to be positive about. And I'm positive that I'm going to win this next fight.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
That was good. That was a good little segue.
That's what she said.
So your first fight together against each other, together and against each other, I should say, because obviously this, between the two of you, this is a joint effort towards something bigger, is what I sense. First fight, 2006, Tara carried it. Second fight, 2010, you carried it. So we're at that rubber match stage. What does it mean to you to win this fight, and what does it mean to you if you were to drop this fight?
If I win this fight, best 3 out of 5.
I'm honestly trying not to think about that
Yeah.
because it kind of
Yeah.
stresses me out.
Right.
So what I'm trying to think of is that this is my 1-year anniversary of coming to Syndicate MMA, my new gym, almost like to the day.
Which I'm super proud of. You finally moved back. I'm so happy that
Thank
you
you.
finally moved back to the U.S.
Thank you. And it's just so important for me to show that I can learn, she can be taught, as, the genie said.
You
I
can
think.
teach an old dog new tricks.
I'm not old, though. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I really want to show what I can do, and I think you're the perfect opponent to challenge me, and we'll have an awesome fight, and
it's gonna be off the charts.
it'll go viral, and it'll be amazing, and there's Sherwood Forest.
Yeah. So, from the all-female card in 2004, the Hook and Shoot Evolution card, which is where I met you guys too.
We still have a picture together of you hurt your arm and you're like,
Oh,
this,
yeah,
but
I
still smiling.
Trying. So from Hook and Shoot Evolution in 2004 to Invicta FC in 2014, the weight classes have grown. I mean, now there's a 155-pound weight class, there's a 105-pound weight class, and things are being added every day. Women are coming up in the ranks, and they're looking to you guys who have set the tone. Is there something that you want to say to them, the future fighters out there?
The path has gotten a little bit straighter. You can find a good gym, you can find a good trainer, you can find complete training now. You don't have to really trailblaze or feel it out or do it on your own or train in a garage, But it's still a really difficult sport. It really is. And if you're not mentally tough, if you're not strong to be able to handle the criticism and to be able to handle people judging you, then you're going to have a difficult time. That's the downfall of what we do, is that we're put on display, essentially. So that's the one thing that I would tell women that are trying to get into the sport, that really have aspirations to fight and get out there, that you have to be mentally tough. I mean, physically, anybody can get in decent shape enough to get in the cage, and take it with a grain of salt. Trust your family, trust your friends, the people that have been with you all along. Don't worry so much about what the sheep say.
Mm-hmm.
Wolves aren't concerned with what sheep think.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, and for you, Roxanne, I mean, obviously, because you're so active on social media, you must deal with the trolls.
Just answering that question, I would say my advice to the up-and-comers, you have to commit almost your entire self, your time, your energy, everything into training if you want to be number one. That's one thing I learned, that, in the past I could work full-time and train, full-time and still, win, but as the sport progressed and grew, everyone was getting so good quickly that I couldn't work full-time and train full-time. So you really have to put your whole self into it.
What do you think you've brought to the sport?
I'd like to think that I brought the attitude of always smile and get back up if you get knocked down.
Tara, what
Or
do you-
slammed on your head.
Oh. Maybe 3 times.
How Daryl, what have you done for MMA?
Hopefully, I've blazed a trail for people to look at. People can look back at my career and see what not to do and what to do, and get an idea of maybe watching, some of my successes and some of my failures and learning from that. I've been through all of it. We have. From promotions folding to opponents backing out to getting screwed over by sponsors and promoters and just decision making and things like that. And then also with gyms, and trainers and coaches and teammates and stuff. I've put it out there. Like, if you want to know about me, you can probably figure it out or find out. But I don't know. I just hope that maybe people can learn from what I've done.
Roxanne and Tara, now's your time to speak to each other and tell the other one how you're going to fuck them up. Roxanne, you're first.
Oh, God.
So it went back. Good luck. You'll need it.
I got this new move called the 20 to life. Because if I land it outside of the cage, I'm looking at 20 to life behind bars.
I see.
Just saying.
Well,
And you could keep a straight face.
I just want to take an opportunity to thank you guys both because, in my opinion, you were what made women's MMA. You did. So this is Julie Kedzie with Invicta FC 8. Tune in Saturday, September 6th, only on Fight Pass.
Saturday, September 6th, live on UFC Fight Pass. Atomweight champion Michelle Waterson returns to the Invicta cage to defend her belt against Japanese standout Yasuko Tamada. The karate hottie last defeated Jessica Penne in an electrifying fight of the year to seize the throne. Plus, a new champion will be crowned as Stephanie Egging battles Katja Konkonpa for the strawweight title. But first, the bantamweight debut of Edian Gomes versus veteran brawler Tanya Evinger. And a rematch between MMA pioneers Roxanne Modafferi and Tara LaRosa. Invicta FC 8, Saturday, September 6th, only on UFC Fight Pass.